It's been a great season. One more race. We're excited to close this thing out. We are starting with the 250 LCQ here on stream. I'm Xerox. We'll be hosting the 450 LCQ. That'll be ran at the same time per usual, and then we'll go straight into the mains. 450 A main will be first tonight since the 250 class has a title still on the line, so we'll save the good action for last. So only 5 guys in this 250 LCQ, a little less than typical for this class, so gives these guys a good chance at getting through. Everyone is readied up, so we will get this thing started. 250 LCQ Arlington 2. Easy Pro, who has 2 wins on the season, missed his heat just by a bit, so he's in the LCQ, but pretty good feeling he'll make easy work of it and should move on to the main no problem. Mr. Twister and Air Jordan won their heats, so those guys still running up top. Kind of the same trend it's been all year with them, so couple guys here in this 250 LCQ. Let's see who can grab these 2 spots. Just Nunu, Easy Pro, JGR D-Dub, Dynamic Snipes, and Skinner. Give them just a second to ready up. Come on, Nunu. You can do it. Alright, there we go. Arlington 2 finishing it off with a stock track, had a couple customs there. Got Dynamic Snipes getting the whole shot, getting out front here early. Skinner, however, gets through this rhythm just a tad bit more clean. He's going to grab the lead early, so let's see if he can get out front and grab a transfer spot. Easy Pro, 2-time winner this season, definitely has the speed, be in that A main. But he is in a good position to ride this thing home. Got Nunu P3, Dynamic Snipes back in P4 now, and D-Dub in 5th. So Skinner and Easy Pro still out front, holding on to the transfer positions. Ooh, getting a little bit squirrely there. Easy Pro looks like he might be a little rusty, maybe just got on the game, was running a little late tonight, so might take him a couple laps to kind of find his flow on this track. I know a lot of these guys have been riding a bunch of customs and other series, so going back to a stock track's just a bit of an adjustment, I'm sure. But that rhythm is super tough on 250s, hit that big triple in the middle. As he comes up just a little bit short, but a couple mistakes from him is allowing Nunu to get a tad bit closer. Short 5-minute race here for the LCQ. Dynamic Snipes too, trying to work his way back up front. Good ride for Skinner here. Was able to get a decent start. And that's all it takes in these LCQs. Easy Pro starting to kind of find his flow just a little bit here. Had a couple uncharacteristic mistakes from him early. But these guys have spaced out pretty quickly, surprisingly, with only 2 minutes into this thing. But we'll have to see if Nunu and Dynamic can make it interesting for us here. Skinner looking very smooth out front. Haven't seen any sort of mistakes from him thus far. And those top 2 are definitely distancing themselves, but Dynamic Snipes, new JGR Team Fried rider just a couple weeks ago. Hasn't done a lot of league racing on Supercross, but just kind of getting into it. And then we also have our upcoming MXGP season, so keep an eye out for that. I know Dynamic's looking forward to racing that as well. Probably be in the next couple weeks. We already did a stock track season on MXGP before this game came out, and this will be as of right now an 8-round custom track series. Ooh, and D-Dub goes down. But back out front, Easy Pro gains control of the lead here in the LCQ. Starting to look a little bit more like himself. by the lap. Skinner still in good position. He's got Nunu probably about 7-8 seconds back. Or I'm sorry, Dynamic now. Rocking the Pierce Brown kit. So just a minute, 20 seconds plus 1 lap, and then we are on to the 450A main. Again, if you're just joining us on stream, that LCQ, excuse me, is running right now as well. So we will get all the results calculated and lineup set. And once this LCQ is done, we'll be underway with the mains shortly after. Again, starting with the 450A main, as we watch Skinner here, trying to work his way back up and kind of the pros going a little bit quicker. So good ride from him, hanging in there. Dynamic just missed qualifying straight out of the heat. P6. Lamastus made an aggressive pass with a couple rhythm lanes to go, but Dynamic himself even said he would have done the same thing. It was for transfer final lap, so no harm, no foul. Let's go to our guy D-Dub. D-Dub, who officially kind of hung it up as far as racing round to round, but had a little time tonight, came out just to toss it around and see how he can do. So just cool to see him out here racing. Mr. Twister, what's up, my man? Good luck tonight. You look solid in your heat. Looking forward to you guys battling it out one last time. It's going to be fun. Final lap, 1 to go. Easy Pro still out front. Skinner still putting in a pretty solid ride. Happy to see this for him. If he can just hold on, he'll get that final transfer position. But Dynamic Snipes has closed the gap just a little bit. I think he's slowly inching his way. So all it takes is a mistake or two from Skinner, and you know Dynamic will be right there. He can actually see Skinner coming across the straight. Nah, Twister, we actually ran a full 17 round series in our inaugural last year on SX4, but kind of just found that it was a long season for everyone. Sign-ups were fizzing out a lot from rounds 12 to 17, so we cut it back to 12 this year. We probably will be back after MXGP with a custom track series is the plan. And Easy Pro gets that win in the LCQ. Skinner, final transfer position. Dynamic Snipes was close, P3. And then Nunu and D-Dub back here in 4th and 5th. Just having fun. Love to see it with those guys. Xerix, I think Mr. Twister's got a good shot at winning this one. He looked really good in his heat, but as we've seen all year, those top 3 guys have made it interesting. Everyone's grabbed a couple wins, so. Alright, this LCQ is finished. Felt like a long one, but again, it's Easy Pro and Skinner grabbing those 2 in final transfer positions. We are going to get the results set and lineups good to go, and then we'll be back in about 5 minutes with the 450A main. Stay tuned. Yeah, sorry guys. Looking into the 450 LCQ right now. It was supposed to run at the same time. Thought that's what was going on, but if that's the case and it still hasn't gone off the gate yet, we'll start with 250s tonight. Stay tuned. One sec. Alright guys, sorry about that. Other admin, I'm Xerix, was having some trouble on his end, so I'm gonna stream the 450 LCQ and then we'll get started with the racing. So I'm gonna send out those invites for the 450 LCQ right now. If you are in the LCQ, just keep an eye out for your invite. So if you're just joining us on stream, kind of had something come up, so I'm going to run the 450 LCQ real quick, and then we'll hop into the main events. So got the setting changed to short race length. We got everyone in here, missing one, but invited them twice. So going to get this thing rolling. Arlington 2, 450 LCQ. Let's drop the gate. Frankie DMB, D-Bowl, Cam Bam, Mini Coupe, Brat Bros, and Austin 21. 2 spots on the line for the final A main of the year. Been a great season. Really appreciate everyone coming out and racing. It's been a super exciting year for us. Had a lot of sign-ups every round and really good racing across the board, so we appreciate y'all's support and coming out. Cooper Jones, make the physics normal, please. If you mean like assisted physics in this league, we only run advanced physics, so just to level the playing field for everybody. Good luck to everyone racing in this one. Give everyone just a second to ready up. Got a couple new names this week that we've never seen before coming out here. Just waiting on D-Bowl 96. And he's ready. Let's get this thing going. Let's go on board with one of these PSHP boys. Shout out to their team. Riding well all year. On board with Brat Bros. Oh, gets a decent jump, and it's his teammate Frankie DMB getting the jump into the turn first. And it's the 2 PSHP teammates. Shout out to these guys. Let's see if they can hold it 1 and 2 all the way to the finish. Plenty of racing to go. Newcomer Austin up here. P2 making a pass or two early. Mini Coupe in 3rd. And Brat Bros falling back to 4th. Cam Bam 5th. D-Bowl 6th. Air Jordan. Yeah, man. These seasons can take it out of you. I mean, we all joke about it's just a video game, but especially when you're on the hunt, it definitely will take a toll on you. You get nervous just like a real race. A lot of prep goes into it, work and practice, so totally understand that feeling. But it's Frankie DMB still out front. Mini Coupe worked his way into 2nd, but Brat Bros is back around, so can the PSHP boys get it done? I think that would put, if these guys get in, that would put all of their riders that signed up in the main events tonight in both classes. Mr. Twister, it's serious. Yeah, man, definitely. This shit has been so much fun for me to watch. Like, I honestly have had more fun doing the race directing and streaming than racing. So just seeing all the battles, how intense it's been sick. Brat Bros makes the pass. So these guys are swapping back and forth. This would be a good main event for Brat Bros to make. I know he's missed a couple by a small margin. Cam Franklin, which I'm pretty sure is pressure applier. P3 in the 450 debut heat. Hell yeah, man. That's good shit. You've been riding well all year. Congrats to you. Whole lot going on in down the field here now. As I look, I see Mini Coupe worked his way into P2. D-Bowl now battling with Frankie DMB, but Frankie's gonna hold the inside tight there, sneak back around. But a lot of good battles brewing up here. Back up front, Brat Bros starting to open up a comfortable lead, but Mini Coupe is charging, gets a really good drive to this rhythm, table. So he is right there in striking distance. Sauce Dog, good deal, my man. P2 and 250 heat. You've been improving every round. Shout out to you. So D-Bowl, who was working his way up almost close to that transfer position, is falling back just a little bit now. So all over the track. Got Austin back here in 6th, hanging on. Really good ride by Brock Bros out front. As I say that, he runs into one of those track markers there, taking Mini Coupe with him. So now Frankie DMB is right on the back of this battle for the transfer position. Gonna watch this one closely, make sure we got clean racing across the board. And Cam Bam is right here too. Oh, and who goes down? Was that Mini Coupe? Yeah, so Cam Bam now in third with the PSHP boys right in front of him, 1 and 2. And these guys are checking up hard. That's going to allow Cam Bam to sneak underneath, but Brock Bros makes a good move there. Checks up. Saw a pass coming. Anticipated it. So Cam Bam is right here, though. Yep, Cam Franklin. Plan is, bro, to still race 450s first because we want to save that 250 race for last. That'll be the main event for tonight with the title on the line. I'll have to go into detail with all the points implications with that one and all the different ways that the top guys could win depending on the results for the night. So, yep, we're going to finish this one up and then we'll go 450 main event first still. We'll stick with our original plan. If you're just joining us on stream, 20 people on stream, shout out, that's awesome. But yeah, if you're just joining us, this is the 450 LCQ. Typically we run them at the same time. Just kind of had something come up with other admin. I'm Xerox. All good though. We got it covered. A little bit of lag on my screen. I can't really see what's going on here. Looks like Cam Bam might have pushed Brock Bros, but again, having a bit of lag from these guys, so I can't really tell what's exactly happening at the moment. Mini Coupe goes off track. Brock Bros back, battling with Cam Bam, so it's going to be the rest of this lap plus 1, and Frankie DMB goes down, so Cam Bam's your new leader in the 450 LCQ. Ooh, these guys are having a hard time with this section all night. Frankie DMB back up front. Brock Bros makes a pass. Yeah, guys, we'll definitely be. Oh, and Cam Bam runs Frankie DMB high. Gonna give him a warning. I know it's the LCQ. Just got to be careful with those. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. We will have a custom track series after our MXGP break. We'll probably be building those tracks ourselves. We already got a couple in the works. Normally, guys like Bean Smoked or a couple of our other buddies on PlayStation will throw a track or two in there. So. Yeah, just keep an eye out for that, man. I mean, this series has done really well, and we're not stopping anytime soon with the races, so hope to see you guys at all of them. But we're going to go back to this battle. Final 3 going at it here for the transfer position. Is Brock Bros close enough? It's going to come down to this rhythm section here. He's going to be able to table on. He needs to sneak underneath Cam Bam here. Is he able to do it? Cam Bam is going to cut underneath. Oh, and Cam Bam is going to take it from Brock Bros the last second. It looked like he was, Brock Bros was able to almost get it done, but unfortunate for him. But good ride for Cam Bam and Frankie DMB getting the 2 and final transfer positions. Shout out to D-Bowl, Austin, and Mini Coupe for riding this LCQ, giving it their best effort. Good little finish there. Get the juices flowing. Get us ready for some main events. Again, guys, we're going to go 450 main event first. So if you're in that 450 class, even in this LCQ, one of those top 2 guys, be ready. We're going to go straight into racing. 250 A main will be last tonight. All right, we'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. Be on the lookout for invites. Alright guys, sorry for the wait. Just waiting on one more person here, and then we'll get this thing going. 450 A main. Alright, Pressure Plier says he had to restart the game. He's on his way, and then we'll get this thing started. Just catching up on a couple comments. 450 main, let's go Austin. Yes, sir. PSHP Austin, points leader in the summer series. Been riding really well over there. I think he has 3 or 4 wins straight, so excited to see what he can do, but got some heavy hitters in this one. Hockey Drew, Young Macadelic, Xerex. They won't make it easy. And Pressure Applier is in. Alright. Full lobby, 450 A main, Arlington 2. Let's get this thing going. Let's hear some picks. Who do you guys think's winning this one tonight? Which one of these newcomers even might have an impressive ride? Be curious to see what you guys think. Got a lot of support for our guy Austin in here, rightfully so. JCMX126 win. Cool. Looking forward to watching him. Didn't really get to see much of him. Let's see if he can mix it up. My bets are on Hockey Drew for the win, but I think we could see a little Hockey Drew, Young Mac, I'm Xerex, and Austin battle up at the top. Kind of what I'm expecting at this point. I know JGR Vivid will be in there too. He's been riding well. Alright, 34 people in stream. I think that's a record this season for us. Dope. Just waiting on everyone to ready up for just joining us. This is the 450 A main. Going with the 450s first tonight, and then we have an exciting 250 championship race. Final round for the points championship. Just waiting on Pressure Applier to ready up here. Alright guys, let's do some racing. I'm excited. Who are we gonna go on board with? Let's see. Let's go on board with Hockey Drew, see if he can get a good start. And he does get a good jump, but it's Austin to the turn first. And everyone's getting pushed around just a little bit. Frankie DMB, good start in the LCQ. Pretty good start here in the main event, so solid for him. But Young Mac and Hockey Drew out front in this thing. Looks like Hockey Drew gets a little bit of sideways, but hangs on to it. So it's Hockey Drew, Frankie DMB, I'm Xerex P3, Young Macadelic 4th, B Rose 5th, Vivid 6th, Danger Caden 7th, Lonzo 8th, JCMX 9th, and Austin back in 10th. Series of unfortunate events for Austin. But no, he has plenty of speed to get back up front where he belongs. See what he can do. Pressure Applier back in 11th, and Cam Bam 12th. Back out front, Hockey Drew already opening it up on the rest of the field. Hockey, one of the more talented riders across any platform in my opinion. So, super fast. Already opened up about a 5-second gap. If I'm not mistaken, he's one of the guys on the Armasport ESX team now. Can't say enough good stuff about Armasport. I'm a huge believer in them myself. Use a couple of their supplements and stuff. Really good product and good brand, so cool to see them supporting esports at this stage. But it's Hockey Drew and Young Macadelic 1, 2, and Xerex 3rd, so 3 out of my 4 picks up front where I thought they would be. And where is Austin? Austin has already worked his way back up in the 5th. Good ride for JGR Vivid in 4th, but Austin riding like a veteran, holds that inside line, cuts underneath, makes a nice clean pass on Vivid, and he is back to work trying to get to the front of the pack. So let's see what these boys can do. Pressure applier working his way into 6 now, so it's anyone's ball game, it looks like, in the second half of the field here. Cam Bam, who got the final transfer position, the 450 LCQ, riding decent here so far. I know, had a couple questionable passes and moves in that LCQ, but at the end of the day it is LCQ for the final transfer position, so a lot's on the line. Lonzo in 9th, Danger Caden 10th, B-Rose 11th, and Frankie DMB, after a good start, finding himself back in 12th. But back out front, Hockey Drew making it look easy. But we got a good little battle for the other 2 podium spots. However, I'm Xerox. This would be his best finish of the season with a P2 if he can hold on to it. But he's got Young Mac, Pressure Applier, and PSHP Austin. Not sure what happened to Austin, if he went down, made a mistake or what. But loses a position. Pressure Applier takes advantage of it. This guy's been riding great all year. Was in the 250 class for most of the season. Decided to run 450 last round. I think probably figured, why not? And he's proven himself here. P4, and he's got 2 of the fastest guys in the class right in front of him. So really interested to see what he can do. Mr. Twister, got to support my teammate Young Mac Attack. Yes, sir. Love to see teammates cheering each other on. Young Mac's a real solid rider. Austin charging. Still has plenty of time. Vivid, really good ride in 6 for Vivid. I think this would be close to one of his personal bests for the season as well. I think Austin is going to keep climbing as well. Air Jordan, would have to agree with you. Really, it's looking like Hockey is obviously checking out, but it's a battle between this 2 through 5 pack. Even Vivid is right there. As we see a couple guys going off track here. Check back here to see what's going on. Looks like Danger Caden got a little squirrely. Frankie DMB trying to work his way back into this battle. Ooh, looks like pan over to Hockey here. He goes off track, but nice save. He has plenty of time. 18-second lead on Young Mac, who's still in 2nd. I'm Xerox back in 3rd now. Pressure Applier still holding on to 4th, and he is catching these guys in front of him. But Austin is charging. He's got a podium in sight. Austin is gonna grab 2nd in points in this series. Shout out to him. Really solid first showing. Danger Caden is crashing a lot of people, says Cooper Jones. I will keep an eye on it. Sorry if I missed anything. But he is back in 12th now, so we'll keep a close eye on that. It looks like Hockey Drew actually is catching him at this point, so we'll go ahead and warn Danger Caden in just a second. Hockey Drew still riding well out front. Young Mac P2. I'm Xerox 3, Pressure Applier 4th, Austin 5th, so not a whole lot changing, but here we go. We knew this was coming. Austin sneaking his way on the back of Pressure Applier here. Pressure having a really good ride. Super impressed again with the way he is showing himself in this 450 main. Austin, one of the fastest guys in the class though. You know he's going to give him a hard time. Alonzo goes down in 6th. Let's check in. I'm going to warn Danger Caden. This Hockey Drew is coming through. Same thing with JCMX. Hopefully these guys move out of Hockey's way. God, I don't know why my game is lagging so much tonight, but every time I switch over to someone new, the game is just all over the place. So those guys go ahead and get out of the way for Hockey, it seems. Hockey moves the lapper out of the way. Has every right to do that. Little Chase Sexton at Hangtown vibes. cleared out one of those privateer boys making his way through. So Austin goes ahead and gets that pass for fourth. Now, let's look at the gap to I'm Xerox. Let's get on the orbit camera here, little TV cam. You got Xerox making his drive through the whoops. Really consistent ride for Xerox. But Austin is right there, and Pressure Applier might have gotten past, but he's not going out without a fight. Austin's still on the move. Solid ride for young Mac. Had to make a couple moves back and forth, but looks like he has solidified that second place position. Hockey Drew working his way through the field. He is coming up on Frankie DMB. We're going to warn Frankie DMB. Let him know to get out of the way. Hockey makes easy work of it, though. Going to go ahead and warn Cam Bam as well. Mr. Hockey absolutely shredding. It's really fun to watch everyone hit that section just a little bit different. Some people were kind of doubling in and almost wheelie glitching over that third single and then trying to stay lower. Some people are going double, triple, and then triple out. But it's a huge section in this track. If you mess it up, you're losing a couple seconds. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Hockey makes a mistake, goes down. But quite a ways back, still the young Mac. I'm Xerox, really not out of reach here. And Austin as well. So those three guys are kind of separated evenly. Pressure Applier making a little mistake through that rhythm. Vivid isn't too far off of Pressure Applier, so if Vivid keeps charging, he definitely has a chance. He's got a couple seconds back to Lonzo, so no immediate pressure. B Rose in his debut ride with us, not bad, P8. Cam Bam 9th, Frankie DMB 10th. Oh, hang on to her, bud. Danger Caden 11th, and JC in 12th. Let's go on board with these guys in the first person camera. It's always wicked to see this. So much bike movement in this game. It doesn't look real at all in the first person perspective. Austin really not making up too much time on Xerox at this time, but still 10 minutes to go. So these guys, in my eyes, are about the same speed. I think on any given night, you know, either one of them could get each other depending on the track. Pressure Applier still holding on to 5th. Vivid losing a tad bit of time now. He was a little bit closer. Yeah, Twister, someone, I think Chameleon commented on a post, or he messaged us at one point and said that he was riding first person. That blew my mind, because he's actually pretty solid, especially to be riding that camera. That is insane. Props to him. I feel like I have no feel or control over the bike in that point of view. Good little battle between B Rose and Lonzo here. These guys have had some good clean racing, but not a whole lot of changes in the back of the pack. Back out front. Let's see, who's Hockey coming into here? Go ahead and warn these guys. Hockey making his way up to the lappers in 6th and 7th now. So again, if those guys are listening on stream, that warning is just to let you know that lap traffic, or the leader's coming through, excuse me. So see how young Mac can work his way through traffic. It's very clear that those top 5 guys are moving at a different pace. But part of this game is obviously working your way through the lappers. I'm Xerox and Austin still having a good little battle from afar here. It appears Austin's making up a little bit of time on Xerox though. So these guys are going to go down to the wire. and they are also going to have to work through lap traffic, so that could come into play. Could help Xerox out, help him open up a little bit more of a gap, or could help Austin make a pass on this lap, matter of fact, because they are coming up on a pack here. So we'll stay tuned on that one, see how these guys fare. Vivid, really good ride in 5th. It looks like Pressure Applier might have lagged out. I have a hard time believing he would rage quit sitting in 5th, so I'm assuming it's a disconnection. And yep, as I say that, he comments, Milestone just disconnected me. Damn, man, it's a bummer. I've been there, lagged out many times. It's one of the worst feelings, especially when you're having a good ride. But congrats to you on a great season, man. We hope to see you in MXGP and our Custom Track Series on SX5. Hope to see you back for sure. B Rose 6th, Lonzo 7th. So Pressure Applier leaving this race helps out a couple guys gain a position. We're going to go ahead and warn Danger Caden again. It's a little bit of an aggressive move, so he gets another warning. Might be the end of his night. Hockey Drew opened up a 20-second lead in a matter of laps, but honestly since then, not quite sure if maybe he hasn't been putting in as many heaters or just had a bobble here or there, but if timing and scoring is correct, only 23 seconds up on Young Max, so he hasn't really expanded the lead too much after he did in those opening laps. So just kind of holding on to his lead. I'm sure he's in safe mode here, just trying to ride it in, manage that win. And it looks like Austin made his way around Xerox. Wish I could have caught that pass, but it might have been those lap traffic that came into play. I'm sure I'll hear afterwards. Six minutes plus 1 left in the main event. 250 main coming up next. I am so pumped for that one. Air Jordan, Supite, Mr. Twister are going to go at it. It's going to be a really exciting race. Hope you guys stay tuned for that one. I know these 450 guys, a couple of them are looking forward to watching as well. So Hockey Drew making his way through the back of the pack for the second time now. So he's coming up on JCMX again. Give him a warning shortly. Young Macadelic hanging out. P2. Austin now only 6 seconds off of Young Mac. So the way Austin's been riding in this one, I have no doubt that he can close this gap. Really would have been curious to see where he could have been had he not got screwed on that opening lap. But that's kind of what happens with these Supercross games. It's a little different with MXGP. A lot of our races on that game, you see the first lap is a little less chaotic in the sense of crashes, but it's kind of a whole different style racing over there. So again, I highly encourage you guys to check that out. We'll be posting the details soon for that league. Have some of our most exciting racing on MXGP. I'm Xerox, one-time MXGP champion. Guy has serious speed on that game. I think he's one of the best on it, matter of fact. Him and Samuel Weisbeable having some good battles. Not a whole lot happening in the middle of the field here. Brennan, yes sir, MXGP 250s, it's going to be fun. And yeah, Dylan, definitely get GP21, it's a great game. It's good to switch it up with these games. You kind of get sick of one or the other, and it's good to go back and forth. Got to warn Hockey and Frankie here. Not warn Hockey. JC and Frankie, let them know that Hockey's coming through again for the second time. Not too often that happens. But I'm sure Hockey's not too worried. He's got quite a bit of a lead as he runs into Frankie DMB there. Yeah, starts are super critical in any dirt bike game for sure. You got to really get out front. and ride mistake free and not run the risk of getting into any sort of trouble. So I'll let Vivid know to move out of the way. He's just being warned because Hockey's coming through. So Hockey Drew lapping up into the top 5. Absolutely incredible. Dude is ripping. I don't think that Hockey will get up to where Xerix and Austin are, though. But as I say that, Xerix closing the gap just a little bit more on Austin. He makes a mistake, hits a tough block, goes off the right-hand side of the track. Good little save there, though. Won't lose too much time. Summer Series, appreciate the shout out, my man. We really enjoy racing and watching your series over there. If you guys haven't checked out SX Summer Series yet, highly encourage it. Really good, fun racing league. Austin here on screen is that points leader in that series. So check them out over there on Instagram at SX Summer Series. Brennan, yeah, man, MXGP 21 is good. Definitely need to put a little bit more time in on it, but I think you'll find that the racing's quite a bit of fun. Cam onto the GP 450 class. Yeah, man, I knew you've played some GP. You're pretty solid at it. I saw you're doing good in that BB Racing League that just got started up over there on GP. And I know you've raced with us in the past, so glad to have you back, man. Looking forward to a good season. Ooh, Xerix goes down. Vivid just hanging on, trying to get this 5th place wrapped up, but Lonzo is coming. Lonzo's close by. B Rose back just a little bit, so if Vivid's not careful, he could lose his 5th place position. Don't want to see that for my fellow teammate, JGR Team Pride rider. This will be Vivid's best ride of the year, so I hope he can end it off with a bang, but we'll see what Lonzo can do. Cool to see a couple guys rocking the number 114, Austin included. That was my real life racing number for a long time. I'd say 6-7 years. I just switched it up recently, but number 114 is a special one. It started with 14 for me. I loved K-Dub and had to add on that extra digit for national races and stuff, but always cool to see other guys repping that number. Matt Freeman, appreciate that, man. We try our best to have a good league racing for you guys, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I know there's always hiccups along the way here and there, but overall I feel like this is our best season yet, so let's keep on building. Hope to see you guys back in future series. X-Bro just wiped out Young Mac. Let me see. To take a look. We'll keep an eye on that, Kaylee. Tyler, 250 points are calculated, as well as 450 points, but everyone loses their worst result. So whether or not that's you missed a race or whatever your worst result is, so everyone's losing one. Everyone gets scored for their 11 best finishes. Yeah, looks like Austin made a pass on Young Mac. It'd be very unfortunate if it was because of something that happened with a lapper, but we'll have to see after the race. I'm sure I'll hear about it if so. Hockey Drew hasn't got too much attention, I feel like, during this stream, just because he's been so dominant. Been trying to keep an eye on other battles through the pack. So Hockey Drew gonna get his first JGR win of the season at the finale. He had a couple second place finishes behind Axis this season, but really good ride for him. Gonna get that win tonight. Solid ride for Hockey Drew. And Austin, hell of a ride. He was back in 11th on the first lap after a couple mishaps. Bummer for Young Mac. Again, I'm sure we'll find out what happened to him, but he had a good bit of a gap there, 5-6 seconds over Austin, so something had to have happened. Young Mac got taken out by a lapper. That's a bummer. We'll have to review that for sure. Don't want that to happen to anybody, especially when you got a good ride going. All right, so that's it. 450A main in the books. Again, Hockey Drew gets that win. Austin with the hard charger ride of the night from nearly dead last to second. Young Mac third. I'm Zarek solid ride in fourth. JGR Team Pride rider Vivid in fifth. Lonzo sixth. B Rose seventh. Danger Caden eighth. Cam Bam ninth. JC 10th. And Frankie DMB 11th. All right, guys. It is that time. We are going to get the 250A main lobby set up and ready to go, and then we're going to go racing. I'm excited. Stay tuned. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes with that one. Alright guys, so here it is, 250 A main is set up, we got everyone in here, so real quick I'm going to break down the points implications for the top 3 guys, kind of explain to you a couple different scenarios just to make it more exciting when you're watching the race. So currently Air Jordan has made every single round to this point. His worst finish was 7th for 16 points in round 2, therefore unless he finishes worse than that tonight, obviously we're going off of that would be his drop race. So he's currently sitting 6 points down in that case to Supite and 4 points down to Mr. Twister. So Mr. Twister and Supite both missed the opening round, so that is their drop race. So currently, if you take Jordan's drop out, Supite is your points leader by 2 over Mr. Twister and by 6 over Air Jordan. So in that case, all Twister needs to do is beat Supite to win the title and also beat Air Jordan. He has 4 points over Air Jordan, so he probably needs to beat both of those guys to win the title. If Supite beats both of them, he wins the title. Now, Air Jordan in one scenario could win tonight, and if those guys get 4th or worse, both of them, then Air Jordan would be your winner. I know that's a lot to consume, but if you guys have questions as the race is going on, feel free to ask, and I'll try to explain in the best way I can. But with that being said, we got everyone in here. Everyone's readied up. 250 A main finale. Let's do this. Arlington 2. I'm pumped for some good racing. Again, I know I kind of just broke it down quick. It is a little confusing with the drop round, but it is going to be tight. Curious to hear y'all's picks. Who do you think's getting it done? Really, it comes down to who can have the best main event tonight, truthfully. Air Jordan needs to do a little bit more work for this one, but really, depending on who wins, either Twister or Supite, one of those guys has a really good shot. Really, it's anyone in the top 3. We'll see if Nerves breaks one of these guys or if someone can just be solid out front and get it done. This is a championship ride, as they would call it. So you can come in under pressure. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. Winner of this series gets a nice little trophy, which you probably saw Axis got his this week. It's a really cool little trophy to put on the mantle, so a lot on the line for these guys here. Inaugural season for our 250 class. We are loading in. This is going to be a banger. 15 minutes. Anything goes. It's anyone's race. Audacity lagged out. Ooh. Hey Audacity, try real quick, I'll give you just a second. See if you join back, if it lets you in the lobby to race, then I'll let you, or I can start the race and then restart it if you can just get in the lobby. Try it one more time to join. Alright, everyone stay tuned. I'm going to try to start this race and restart it real quick to see if Audacity gets in. She's in the lobby now, so just a second. This first gate drop is not going to count. I'm just going to restart it right off the go here to try to get Audacity into this race. And Skinner has left the lobby. Alright guys, just since the last round, we're going to go back to lobby real quick and get everyone in here so we can have a full final main event. So I'm going to send it back to lobby. Hopefully it won't kick everyone out. If not, we'll get invites back out. We'll get this thing going. Sorry for the wait. No need to be sorry. I want everyone to be in here for this one. Every position counts in this race as far as the championship goes. So we want to make it as interesting as possible. If it happens again, obviously we'll just go on with it, but I want to try to get you all in here. So hopefully it won't kick everyone out. I'm not quite sure what it does in this situation. Should just keep everyone in here. That didn't get disconnected? Okay, perfect. So Audacity's in. Let me re-invite Skinner. And then we'll try this one more time. Alright y'all, I just invited Skinner again. Sorry again for the wait. If he doesn't join in the next minute here, I'm going to maybe try to invite the next alternate, and if they don't join off the bat, then we'll just get this thing started one man down. Alright, we're inviting the first alternate, which is Dynamic Snipes from the LCQ. If he joins, we'll get this thing started. I sent Skinner 3 invites. We're already a little bit behind, so I don't want to hold it up too much more. And Dynamics joined. Alright, everyone's in here. Let's start again. Again, guys, if we have any issues in this one where someone lags out, we're just going to go on with the main event. Wanted to try one time at least to get everyone in here. So hopefully no issues, and we can get this race underway without any hiccups. Again, if you're just joining us, 250A main. Battle for the championship. For the #1 plate. End of season trophy, a lot on the line. We'll see who can get it done. This one's going to be exciting to call. I would not be mad at whoever wins it. I'm going to be happy for him. So no bias on our end. Just want to see some good racing. Dynamic gains the that final main event spot since Skinner didn't join. So Dynamic, someone who can mix this thing up for sure. Taking forever to load in. Come on, Milestone. I have faith in you. We have a main event to watch. Sometime today, please. And Audacity lagged out. I'm sorry, Audacity. We're gonna go on without you. Lineup: Sauce Dog, Bam, Lamastus, Easy Pro, Dynamic, Mr. Twister, Gabe H, Air Jordan, For Real, Supite, Mad Matt. Let's do this thing. Arlington on board with your current points leader. Where's he at? Supite. Bad jump for Supite. That might cost him in the long run. Who makes the most of it, but it's Gabe H who gets the whole shot, hits that little double triple line clean. That's going to help him out on this first lap. For real, P2, Sepite working himself into P3, so a lot of comfort for Sepite. Good feeling his teammates will move out of the way for him here. And Sepite out front. So as it stands right now, if it were to finish in this order, obviously Sepite would be your champion. Where's our other 2 points contenders at? Air Jordan back in 10th, having a rough go at it. As we see Lamastus go off track there. Where's Mr. Twister? Mr. Twister is in 3rd. So he has 14 minutes, excuse me, to get this thing done. He has to beat Sepite. That's all it's going to take for him to be your champion tonight. It's looking like Air Jordan might be just out of it, but I say that. He's working his way into 5th. So good start for Sepite. Got off the gate a little rough. He was dead last going into that first turn, but kind of checked up, cut underneath. Really smart move. Not sure if he meant to do all that, but it worked out for him. His teammate For Real, you know he's going to try to hold Mr. Twister off. We're going to keep an eye to make sure everything stays clean. No hate to anyone, obviously. I don't think these guys will pull anything dirty, but I've seen anything happen in championships with team tactics, so just make sure it's clean racing. Ooh, Mr. Twister gets a good run in that rhythm as there was some lag on my screen. Looked like they were frozen in space there for a second. So here it is, guys. I mean, come on. Does it get better than this at this stage? You got Sepite, who is your points leader by 2 points over Mr. Twister. Mr. Twister sits in 2nd. For Real is in 3rd. And Air Jordan in 4th. Air Jordan is a little ways back, but if he's consistent for the whole main event, and as I was saying that, it looked like Sepite got a little squirrely coming across the finish line straight there, or the start straight, excuse me, but he holds on to it. Mr. Twister not far back. For Real is trying to hang on, trying to help his teammate out in any way he can and get in between the 2 of them, help Sepite's title chances. Sepite still would be the winner of this championship if it finishes as it is. Easy Pro working his way into 4th past Air Jordan now. Bam 6th, Sauce Dog 7th. Good ride for Sauce Dog. Gabe H in 8th. Dynamic Snipes represent JGR Team Fried in 9th in this main event. Battling with Lamastus, who gets around, and then Mad Matt in 11th. Dill, I'll check the DMs after this race, my man, for sure. Appreciate it. Kaylee, sorry again that it worked out that way for you. I tried to accommodate and get you back in here, but just had to keep it moving along. Alright, so Sepite opening up a little bit of a gap. Mr. Twister knows he has to get this thing done. For Real in 3rd, Easy Pro 4th, Air Jordan battling in 5th. He's got Bam trying to drive on the outside here, but he cannot get it done. So Air Jordan in a bit of a pickle with Easy Pro and Bam here. Needs to start making some moves and getting himself up in that lead group. He's running out of time. I think he knows that either way it's a really killer season by Jordan. Got a couple wins, had a lot of really good rides, and was consistently there. Part that could get a little crazy is if Air Jordan were to have a worse finish than 7th, that would be his drop, so that could also make things interesting. I don't think Jordan is trying to do this thing by by playing the logistics in his favor. I think he's going to try to race his best race no matter what. Just kind of seems like how he is as a dude, so we'll see what he decides to do, but he could make it interesting by falling back to the back of this pack. Supite opening it up lap by lap, just kind of inching the lead a little bit further. Easy Pro working his way into third past For Real, who makes a mistake, and Air Jordan capitalizes on that mistake from For Real as well. He's going to work his way into fourth. Bam gets around For Real as well. Good ride for Bam here, but For Real makes the pass to get back around him. Sauce Dog goes down, loses a couple positions there as well. Dynamic back in P10. See if he can make some moves through the pack with 8 minutes 50 seconds plus 1 to go. Mad Matt hanging out, rounding out the field in 11th. Supite still out front. Looking comfy out there on his PSHP racing machine. Digging their kit tonight. But Mr. Twister's closing this gap up. Coming through this rhythm last lap, they were 6.8 seconds apart. According to timing and scoring coming around, it was, I think, 4.5, so he definitely got a couple seconds there on Supite on the last lap. There we go, 4.3 this time around, and he is in sight. I think it's even closer than that, so let's see if Mr. Twister can put a charge together here. Barely tables onto that line, but really the pressure's on Supite. Supite, I'm sure he knows the circumstances, and he can see Mr. Twister's behind him. So 3.9 seconds to gap now. These guys are opening it up. Third is a ways back, and Air Jordan finds himself in fourth. So unfortunately looking like Air Jordan might not get it done here. For Real, Gabe H, and Lamastus in a PSHP train here, 5 through 7. 4 riders in this main event on that team. Would be 5 with Audacity in here. Again, bummer what happened there, but it is what it is. So shout out to that PSHP racing team. They've been solid all year. Been super cool to see their growth and what they've been able to do and come onto the scene and make some waves. So good riding to them. Bam back in 8th, Sauce Dog 9th now, Dynamic 10th, Mad Matt 11th. Alright, so here's Mr. Twister is just still hanging out right there. He's closing the gap little by little. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go. So this is a championship ride, guys. This is what it comes down to. This would actually be the closest finish I've seen, at least in a JGR series. I know there's been other instances where it's come down to the wire, but a lot of times in our series, guys are wrapping it up early or have a favorable lead going into the last round. But this 250 class has not disappointed. Swerved with the popcorn emoji there. Hell yeah, man. Thanks for hopping in the stream. Definitely get out your bucket of popcorn if you have it, guys. Really good battle about to go down here. Let's see if Mr. Twister can catch up to Supite. Solid ride from Easy Pro. Worked his way up into third. Air Jordan not far out. Not a whole lot changing. I want to go back up to this battle, make sure nothing's changing. Austin, this is a good race, my man. I absolutely agree. Excited to see how it ends, but Supite's looking rock solid. Might get PSHP's first championship right here. Xerix, I don't know what you mean by ripping 911, but elaborate perhaps. So I'm being told apparently that Dill, this is just what I'm being told, wants to donate a pair of goggles to the champion. Not quite sure what the details of that are. We'll have to find out a little bit further, but shout out to him if he does that. That's pretty sick. So maybe he'll hop on stream in the comments here and explain a little bit more. But that's what Xerox just told me. So we'll find out some more info about that one. Sword, I'm just happy to come to a stream where the commentator isn't being called every name in the book, to be honest. Yeah, man, this is, last couple races have been nice. I'm not gonna lie, I watched the AOSX stream when I raced a couple weeks back, and it gets a little hostile. Guys are pretty intense, but shout out to you, Sword. You do a great job with all the leagues that you do commentate and race direct, so really growing the community in a positive way, so shout out to you. Everyone go follow Sword on Twitch, check out his YouTube as well, posts clips and highlights from Ioma and AOSX every week. Dude does a killer job. I was asked to fill in for Xbox NA tonight. I saw that. That's crazy, man. You got a full plate. Mr. Twister and Supite. Still just a couple seconds apart. 3 minutes to go. Mr. Twister needs to start giving it everything he has. Two minutes 30 seconds to go. Sorry, I did forget to warn the lappers here. Got caught up in the lead battle, letting them know that leaders are coming through. So it looks like they're coming up on Sauce Dog here. Sent him a warning. Supite still got a favorable lead. Just needs to stay consistent and ride this thing home. Mr. Twister, though, giving it everything he's got. Gap is 3.8 seconds. These guys have pulled out on the rest of the field. Air Jordan makes the pass for third around Easy Pro, so those top three guys doing what they do best, finding themselves in podium positions. Easy Pro, and that's just lag on my screen, but looks like they might have come together just a little bit, but a good little battle brewing between the two of them. Back up front, see if anything has changed. Supite is coming on the exit of that rhythm. Mr. Twister hitting the Supercross triple, he is right there, so it's looking like these guys will have about 3 to 4 laps to go. Make sure there's no lappers getting in the way. Supite's got Sauce Dog right in front of him. We'll keep an eye on this one. Don't want lappers to get in the way, obviously. Mr. Twister is right here. We've seen Twister do this so many times this year where he has just kept charging, and almost gets wins late. If he doesn't convert them, he's right there. So the dude has really good endurance late in these main events. Let's see if he can get it done. He is on the back of Supite. Supite really not catching Sauce Dog here. I've warned Sauce Dog, let him know that they were coming through, but they never ended up getting up to him. So Supite makes a bit of a mistake to this rhythm. Mr. Twister the same. So it's going to only be 1 lap to go at the line here. Who can put in a more solid lap and get this thing done? Mr. Twister is on the ass end of Supite. 1 lap to go, 250A main, round 12 finale. This thing is crazy. Supite hits a little bit of a tough block there. Mr. Twister still in striking distance. We got Sauce Dog and Bam. Bam moved out of the way, thank you. Let's see what the gap is. Mr. Twister. Oh my god, Mr. Twister makes a pass on Supite. He runs it in. That is for the championship. Can he hold it to the line? Makes a solid pass. Supite's going to try to run it in. He's going to get a bad drive, but still manages to table on. Twister gets a little bit of a gap. And Twister, if I'm not mistaken, he is going to be your champion for the 250 class. Oh my god, what a finish. Mr. Twister absolutely sent it in. One of the best places to pass on the track. Cannot knock him for that one. That is mental. We're going to clip that one. That's going to go down in history for this league. Unreal season. Xerox says he's got to go do points and he'll be back. So we're going to verify that that's correct. But it's looking like Mr. Twister will be your champion if my calculations were correct. So stay tuned. We're going to wait just a minute. We'll stay on stream. And if so, we will talk to Twister or Supite, whoever the winner is. Almost positive that Mr. Twister is your 250 champion. Unreal ride. That is absolutely crazy, guys. This thing is coming down to the wire. Great ride by Air Jordan. Came up just a little bit short this season. Bummer deal, but shouldn't feel bad on the slightest bit. Great season. Solid ride for Easy Pro in third. Yeah, Brennan, Dynamic was the first alternate since Skinner was out, so he got into the main event. Yeah, he wasn't originally supposed to be in there, but he was the first alternate if someone did back out. Still trying to get all the details. 1 second, guys. Yeah, guys, my apologies. I must have done some math wrong or looked at the wrong number or something before the start of the race, but Supite is your 250 champion. He finishes with 251 points. Mr. Twister finishes with 242 and will get second in the championship. And Air Jordan will get third with 241, so just 1 point off Mr. Twister. For real, fourth in points and pressure applier. Believe it or not, top 5 in points, so good season for him. We'll have the full results out for both classes, point standings across the board. Congratulations again to Supite. He is your winner. He will get that sick little trophy to put on the mantle. Hey man, we'll be messaging you to get all your kind of shipping information and stuff like that. But congrats again, and thanks again, guys, for coming out this season. It was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. GP21 Season 2 on custom tracks, 8 rounds. That will be starting in the next couple of weeks. So if you're interested in doing that, get the game, download it, put some time in, and come race with us. We hope to see you guys there, and then we'll obviously be back for a second season on SX5 with custom tracks after that. So again, guys, we're going to keep this ball rolling. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you guys soon.